Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Friday, April 4th. Now, today we'll be talking about Thailand's reaction to the newly announced Trump tariffs. A feces flinging felon fleeing from 5-0. Say that 5 times fast. And a little later, a state visit from Myanmar's junta leader to Bangkok. Before we begin, though, please remember to subscribe to the Thaiger to stay up to date on all things Thailand. Now, Jay, a word from our sponsor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're sponsored by EC Markets. EC Markets, one of the largest trading platforms. You can trade cryptos, indices, all sorts of things.
Commodities.
They've been in the market for more than 10 years, and they're quite a trustworthy site. Once again, disclaimer,
Invest at your own risk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are not financial experts. However, if you do want to trade, EC Markets is the place to go.
Not financial experts. You need only look at our portfolios to understand that. But in any case, EC Markets has the tools to get you anywhere you need to go. All right. Now, let's get into our story. So, unfortunately, we got to start the day off with some tragic news, guys. So, I'm going to try to get that out of the way so that we can get to some more fun stuff a little bit later. But first up, maybe a little bit of a trigger warning because there's some pretty graphic descriptions on this one. A U.S. nurse has suffered devastating injuries in a Krabi moped crash. American ICU nurse Sierra Fairhurst, 24 years old, suffered catastrophic facial injuries in a moped crash while vacationing in Krabi, Thailand. The accident left her with shattered bones, missing teeth, and severe trauma. Her mother described grim hospital conditions, including pigeons in the room and delayed treatment due to a lost passport. A GoFundMe was launched to help with mounting medical costs. With urgent help from U.S. Embassy, Sierra was transferred to Bangkok for surgery, then flown home by March 27th. Now back in the U.S., she's facing a long road to recovery, both physically and financially. This was horrific, though. Like, the mother was describing what happened to her. She said that, like, an eyelid had been detached, reattached. Her chin had, like, basically fallen off and been reattached. So it's amazing to see what doctors are able to do, but really scary in those first few hours where, all right, passport was missing. What does that have to do with anything? There's somebody with her face falling off. You need to get in there and do it. And apparently pigeons in the hospital rooms, not a very sanitary environment. So pretty scathing indictment of these. This wasn't a major hospital. It was a local one, but still not ideal.
Yeah, Thailand, renowned for its medical tourism. Normally it's the more private, better hospitals. But not every hospital gets the same financing.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Anyways, hopefully she will be on the road to recovery in the near future.
For now, we're going to move on to our next story that's taking us to Koh Samui regarding an Australian teen who's died due to a motorbike accident. Carlos, a 19-year-old apprentice plumber from Melbourne, tragically died in a motorbike accident on Koh Samui, Thailand, after attempting to overtake without wearing a helmet. He suffered fatal head injuries and was declared dead at the scene. Remembered for his kind spirit, tributes have poured in for family, friends, and colleagues. His death highlights Thailand's dangerous roads, where motorbike accidents claim thousands of lives annually. The incident underscores the critical need for travel safety awareness and continued road safety efforts by Thai authorities.
I mean, tragic. You hate to see it, but also this is the cavalierness of youth. 19 years old on holiday, deciding not to wear a helmet. Bad move. Like, obviously, you're not really aware and as equipped to handle these Thai roads. A lot of people are like, "Oh, but I see Thai people not wearing helmets all the time." It's like, well, first of all, they should be.
Yes.
Second of all, it's the law. Third of all, they are very familiar with how to actually operate here on these roads, but still, thousands of them die every year too. So that sort of gets lost in the mix. It just really sucks that this guy has been taken away from his friends and family for something that might have been preventable. So wear your helmets, people. Be careful. All right. Anyways, on to some more political news, actually, economic stuff. Thailand has been urged to set up a quote-unquote war room amid the U.S. tariff shock. Thailand is being urged to form a war room in response to a new 36% U.S. tariff on Thai imports announced by President Trump. Economist Dr. Santitam warns the move could trigger global trade disruptions, harming Thailand's economy. He predicts delayed Chinese investment and intensified market competition as countries seek alternatives to the U.S. With uncertainty stalling business decisions worldwide, he stresses urgent coordination between public and private sectors to mitigate risks. The tariff shock, he argues, could have deeper and longer-lasting effects than initially expected. I mean, yeah, if you guys see the list of countries being tariffed is, well, it's pretty much everybody, I guess. Like, there's no missing countries there, and high tariffs too. 36% is crazy.
36% is nuts, yeah. But is it fair?
Whether it's fair or not, it's going to have serious consequences on how global trade is conducted. Where most, America's deeply involved with all of these countries, which is why it's basically forcing everybody to sort of work around America, like work with other trading partners who are going to liberalize trade with each other, and that kind of like shuts us out as Americans. Like, so I don't know.
Not just that, Alex. I mean, the entire stock market has crashed. Or crashing. The crypto market is crashing.
Yep.
And I don't think it's going to be a quick turnaround. Let's just put it there.
Yeah, the rhetoric coming from the right-wing pundits in America is like, hey, guys, there's going to be a lot of short-term pain, but, when you're remodeling your house, this is the metaphor that they're using, it's not going to be fun for the short term, but in the long term, it should have added benefits.
Some might say it's an unnecessary remodeling.
Indeed.
As in, everything was fine. Why are we breaking the house down? I feel like that's a more important question to ask, but never mind.
It should lead to, a lot of economists are saying could lead to inflation, unemployment. There's a lot of, you don't want both of those at the same time. I guess time will tell. They do take effect in about a week or so we still have some time.
Our next story, ladies and gentlemen, is about the Thai homeowners being offered repair aid after the quake. Thai homeowners impacted by the March 28th Myanmar earthquake can now claim up to 49,500 baht in government repair aid. The 8.2 magnitude tremor caused structural damage across Bangkok and nearby provinces. MP Suphanat confirmed the support from the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation. Eligible residents in affected areas must submit photos, ID a police report, and a completed form to their district office. A property inspection will follow before funds are dispersed. The aid aims to ease financial burdens and help citizens rebuild as aftershocks continue to unsettle communities.
Good. Yeah, this is good news. I don't know if that covers it though, right? Like, this is one of those weird insurance things because earthquakes never happen here. How insured were people for this kind of event? I was lucky. I only have a couple of cracks. People are coming in to inspect my, structure today and let me know exactly what the damage is. But fortunately, I rent, so this is my landlord's problem, not my.
Yeah.
Lucky me.
This is the time when these are some of the benefits of renting. I like my landlord.
Yeah, me too.
No,
obviously,
you hate him.
I already paid my rent this month. I feel like I should have negotiated.
I paid on the 28th.
Yeah.
It's like earthquake happened.
Yeah, right on the day. Here, don't worry, I'm still here.
Yeah.
But yeah, please do fix my house.
Okay, here we go. Nasty story.
Right. So, guys, it's a classic Thaiger tale. This next one. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm beginning with a nice little tongue twister for you. See if you could say it 5 times fast. A feces flinging felon flees from 5-0. A drug suspect in Bangkok attempted a bizarre escape by smearing feces on police officers. Moped, 33 years old, initially clashed with condo staff over a broken lift. When police entered his room, they found benzoxol tablets, ketamine, and an unlicensed firearm. During arrest, Moped pretended to need the bathroom, defecated, and tried to flee while wielding the waste unsuccessfully. He now faces drug and firearm charges with potential prison time and hefty fines. 3 others in the room were also charged for drug possession. Police managed to clean and detain Moped after the failed political stunt.
Let me go to the bathroom to get some ammo. People are so disgusting. I don't know how that didn't work. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I mean, police officer or not. I'm like, whoa.
I good on the cops for like sticking with it. I don't know what to say. This is like, how can you do your job?
So
like,
disgusting,
It's just like, guys.
God, people are so weird, man.
I love that they were nice enough to let go to the bathroom, and then he came out like guns a blazing. Like, I just. I'm dying. Anyways, good on the police.
What
They
does
got
he
him
do?
cleaned
Does
up.
he go for the clothes? Does he just go for the face? Or
I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I
are
feel
you
bad for
slipping
these
while
cops.
trying to catch him? Or
Yeah.
his hands up? Or should he have done it all over his body rather than try to? Okay, let's. I'm gonna throw up.
I'm
Moving on
dying.
swiftly to
Wait. Hold on. I gotta show some love to the puns coming into the comments really quickly.
yeah.
Okay. So first of all, boys do wear brown, says Tyron.
Nice.
So it always matches the outfits. Ronan says poo guy. Huh? And yeah, poop assault, monkeys throwing poops. All right, good. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that story, everybody.
All right. Our next story, moving on. As Songkran celebrations ramp up, Phuket officials are urging revelers to stay safe, especially those riding in the back of a pickup truck. The Safe Songkran Sit Smart in the Back of a Pickup campaign, that is a real campaign, outlines strict rules. No standing or sitting on edges, no kids under 6 or under 135 centimeters, and a max of 6 passengers in the truck bed. Speed must stay under 60 kilometers per hour, with accidents peaking during the holiday. Authorities stress road safety, targeting risky behaviors like drunk driving. Enjoy the festivities, but follow the rules to make it a Songkran to remember for the right reasons.
Yeah, I mean, usually you see these pickup trucks driving by. They're going pretty slow because they want to hit their targets. Yeah. I'm excited. Have you ever done it from the back of a pickup truck?
I have, of course. It's a classic. I do it a lot in Phuket.
Nice.
In Bangkok, not so much.
Yeah.
I'm more onto the streets.
Yeah, infantry mode over here.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Where are you gonna go? Where are we going for Songkran this year? I'll be sticking around Bangkok.
Nice, let's do it.
Yeah.
The team.
Yeah. Gotta hit Nana. I think I might need to invest in a new gun. I have like 2 of those automatic pistol ones where I'm like akimbo, like pop, 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 pop.
It's not a good look for you. I don't know. I don't think you should say that out loud.
What do you? Well, why not? They're water guns. It's fine.
You're a white guy from America.
Yeah.
And you got a beard.
That's why it's natural
You
for
come
me to
from a
have 2
Republican
pistols in
state.
hands. So all of this is like just part of my culture. What are you talking about?
Sure, man.
Anyways, I got red pill. I got a red one and a blue one, and I'm like, what do you want? Is it red pill, blue pill? I make all sorts of Matrix jokes while I do it. I think it's fun. All right. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for our Thailand section of the news. Before we get to the ASEAN section, please take a moment to hear a word from our sponsor.
Alex, aren't you refreshed after that break?
I am. Thank you, EC Markets, for providing us the time to collect ourselves after such a harrowing gamut of tales we've told you today.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more advice from Damien Jester before we continue. Don't put ice in the buckets of the water thrown. Hate that. It really sucks. I'm agreed on that one.
Ice water.
When people,
It's brutal, bro.
they spike it with ice, and then all of a sudden you're like, ah. I just always feel. The other thing too, I feel like I get sick at Songkran too.
Yeah,
I don't know,
everybody
it's
gets sick from Songkran. I mean, you can't help it. Like, there'll just be like one drop that goes into your mouth, and you're like,
Oh no.
the horror. Keep your mouths closed. Wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the best advice I can give you. Other than that, yeah, you're gonna get wet. You're gonna get cold.
Sunscreen for the white folk too. Don't forget that, and floral shirts.
Yes.
Tis the uniform. Yeah.
White America.
Indeed. All right. Anyways, let's get back into the news, guys. We're on to the ASEAN section, where our first stop is Cambodia, where the Cambodian Secretary of State is downplaying the political motive of the U.S. tariff hikes. That's right. Cambodia's Secretary of State, Pen Sovichit, urged calm after the U.S. announced a steep 49% tariff on Cambodian imports effective from April 9th, 2025. He stressed the move is not politically motivated, citing similar U.S. actions against over 100 countries, including allies like Canada, under an economic emergency declared by President Trump. Sovichit dismissed political links and framed the tariffs as a trade negotiation matter. He assured the public that Cambodia's Ministry of Commerce is working on strategies to support affected industries, including textiles, solar panels, and footwear, and safeguard jobs amid the disruption. If you look at the list of tariffs, like Cambodia is like at the top of the list of like the hardest hit percentages. So it's interesting to see him trying to downplay it right now. What kind of political, what negotiations are going to happen between the two countries? Also, at the same time, this is one of those things that opens up a lot more Chinese influence to Cambodia, which Cambodia has always sort of walked that tightrope.
I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Like, I'm sure some of the country, like America's got some of the country's attention, and they're going to be like, all right, look, we're going to have to deal with this person whether we want to or not. Let's come to an agreement. And there's others going to be like, you know what? How about no?
Yeah. I don't know. Time will have to tell how, because it's such a broad blanket. I don't understand how America will even have the negotiating infrastructure in place to talk to everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
This is pretty broad, and it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to our next story that takes us to Malaysia, where Malaysia has halted the MH370 search again. Families are demanding answers. Malaysia has suspended the latest search for missing flight MH370, citing unsuitable seasonal conditions, with plans to resume later this year. The Boeing 777 disappeared in 2014 with 239 people on board, sparking global mystery and repeated unsuccessful search efforts. Ocean Infinity, the UK-US firm leading the current search, is operating under a no-find, no-fee agreement. Despite a 2018 report identifying air traffic control failings, the cause of MH370's disappearance remains unknown. Grieving families, particularly in China, continue to demand answers 11 years on, urging authorities not to let the case fade from priority.
Yeah, so they had recently announced this, all right, we're going to get back to searching.
Yeah.
No fine, no fee. So they're going to do it out of the goodness of their heart until they do find it. And if they do, then boom, there's probably a lot of money and a documentary and a story out of it, I'm sure. But, they called it off. It was it's a pretty quick turnaround, because we were just talking about them announcing it earlier this year. Unfavorable conditions, sure, they'll pick it up again later. I don't know if this is just publicity stunt stuff or not now at this point, but it would be nice to get some answers about it.
True.
Anyways, on to our next story, which is, regarding the Myanmar earthquake. Now, the death toll in Myanmar has now reached beyond 3,000 as the junta leader is set to visit Bangkok. Myanmar's junta leader, Min Aung Hlaing, has arrived in Bangkok for a regional summit as his country reels from a devastating earthquake that has killed over 3,000 people. The disaster struck central Myanmar last Friday, with rescue efforts hindered by poor infrastructure and ongoing civil war. A temporary ceasefire has been declared to allow aid in, but tensions remain high. Troops even opened fire on a Chinese Red Cross convoy. Some ceasefire. The summit, hosted by Thailand, will include leaders from Bay of Bengal nations aiming to coordinate disaster response. Humanitarian groups and the UN are urging urgent, unrestricted aid before monsoon season arrives. They say ceasefire. It doesn't really sound like they're honoring it too much, and they were obviously famously continued bombing campaigns in the wake of the earthquake too. So we'll see if Thailand, in their Switzerland of the East role, will be able to bring these parties to the table and get them to stop firing at each other so that they can get some much needed aid into the affected areas.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to move on to our last story for today, where China has arrested 3 Filipinos for alleged espionage.
Mystery.
There we go. China has arrested 3 Filipinos, accusing them of spying and running an intelligence network linked to the Philippine Espionage Agency. State media claims the suspects, recruited since 2021, gathered sensitive military data and secretly filmed near Chinese bases. The arrests follow recent espionage cases in the Philippines and rising tensions over the South China Sea and Manila's closer ties with the U.S. The Philippines is verifying the report, while China insists it will prosecute under local law and accused Manila of fabricating Chinese spy cases. Diplomatic strains between the nations continue to escalate.
A little intrigue.
Yeah, a little China-Philippine drama.
Yeah, there's been plenty of arrests and accusations. There was the Philippines had been accusing this woman who was of Chinese descent, who became an elected official, a mayor of a Philippine city. They've arrested her. She had been out of the country, sort of fleeing, and then she had been extradited. Unclear if she was actually a spy or not. And now unclear about these guys, too. Philippines accusing them of just making some weird false political arrests just in order to sort of tit for tat. But who knows, man? With these spy games, it's always hard to tell who's telling the truth, who's lying, and what are these people's actual roles. Anyways, the point is that they're not messing around with each other.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Those are some of the stories from across Thailand today. You can find more stories on thetaiger.com or join in any of the conversations at
ASEANnow.com.
That's right. And yeah, please subscribe. And thank you to EC Markets for sponsoring your show.
Right. And don't forget to follow us on the other platforms too: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever it is.
Do it.
Just follow us over there too. You see a lot of content that you don't usually see here on the channel.
Yeah.
Yesterday we made a funny video about that dog that
Oh, yeah.
refused to move for the earthquake.
You're so insensitive, Alex.
I know, right? People got on me on the comments. But you know who did come in and chime in?
Who?
Echo the dog. The actual dog's account owner came in and dropped some comments on our videos yesterday of support. So
nice.
yeah, so straight from the dog's mouth, the horse's mouth, whatever. But yeah.
Did they say something nice?
They did. They did. They said something nice. So cool. I'll take that. But yeah. Anyways, guys, what do you say we get into the comments? See what people have to say.
All right.